Kermit is here with another Froggerific game, and that game is the official Frogger for the Starpath Supercharger. So let's go ahead, take my Stella Gets a New Brain CD, pop it in my portable CD player, hook that up to my Starpath Supercharger, plug that in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how the official Frogger holds up today. Let's go to the game. The official Frogger was published by Starpath and carries a copyright year of 1983. It is based on the popular 1981 Sega arcade game and is the only official port of an arcade game for the Supercharger. It was programmed by Stephen Landrum, who also programmed Communist Mutants from Space, which I recently reviewed in episode 397. Parker Brothers may have had the rights to make Frogger in cartridge form, but Sierra Online had the magnetic media rights to make Frogger, which they used for computers. And since the Supercharger uses cassette tapes, a form of magnetic media, Starpath was able to sublicense the game from Sierra and bring a non-cartridge version to the 2600. According to the manual, you are a frog with 7 lives. You are on the shoulder of a freeway waiting for your opportunity to cross. Cars, trucks, and bulldozers are traveling past you at various speeds. Try and jump across the freeway to the safety barrier, but watch out. If you get hit, you'll lose a life. Next, you must navigate the river, leap on logs, and jump on turtles' backs to make your way to the opposite bank and the safety of the frog bays. But beware of diving turtles. You can only use them while they're floating. In more difficult levels, you'll encounter snakes, otters, and crocodiles. They will make the river more dangerous than ever. Frogger is a single-screen, arcade-style game for 1 or 2 players alternating. You use the joystick to try to get Frogger into one of the empty frog bays above. You do not use the button during the game itself, just the joystick. You lose a life if the timer runs out before you get into a bay, or if you get hit by something, or if you fall into the water, because evidently you're a frog who can't swim. You can jump on the backs of crocodiles, but don't touch their mouths, and beware of crocs that pop up in the empty bays looking for a frog snack. Fill all the empty bays and you move on to the next screen. You can increase the difficulty by using the difficulty switch for your controller. In the A position, you lose a life if you float off the screen during the river portion, but in the B position, you can safely wrap around the screen. As the game progresses, you will also face more obstacles, some of which will move at faster speeds. Scoring-wise, you get 10 points for each safe leap forward, 50 points for getting into an empty bay, 1,000 points for filling all of the bays, and extra points for time left on the timer. There's also a lady frog you can pick up by touching her. You get 200 points if you bring her into an empty bay, and another 200 points if you get a fly that's in a bay. At 20,000 points, you earn an extra frog, who unfortunately also cannot swim. Graphically speaking, this is a very impressive version of Frogger for the 2600, and really shows what the Supercharger can do compared to the cartridge version. Sound and music-wise, you have some very nice sounds and a solid soundtrack that plays throughout the game, which is another upgrade over the cartridge. Family-friendly-wise, I would expect that this would get an E for everyone rating if released today. At the time I researched on eBay, including shipping, the game was pretty rare and hard to find. Only one complete copy sold recently for $151, and one new copy sold for $223. Like all of the Starpath official releases, it was also included on the Stella Gets a New Brain CD, which nowadays can sell for around $200. So what did I think of the official Frogger? This is officially a great port. Almost everything is improved in this version, especially with the graphics and the sounds. The controls are also very solid, even though there was a time or two when I slipped off of a log and didn't know why. As a matter of fact, the only thing that this version is lacking is a proper title screen and some more variations, and it is a little on the hard side, which may explain why you get 7 lives. But overall, this is a great version of Frogger that really shows off the power of the Supercharger. So where am I going to rank Frogger? Really close to Rabbit Transit at the number 3 position, and this one is close to a toss-up. Frogger looks better and is easier to control, but Rabbit Transit's difficulty is more my style, and I like the different screens that it has. So personally, I'm going to give Rabbit Transit the edge, although I could easily understand why other people might put Frogger not only above Rabbit Transit, but possibly over every other Supercharger game. But for me, out of the 8 games I've now ranked on the Supercharger, Frogger is hopping into the 4 position. The official Frogger is a great arcade port that really has Supercharger power. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please click like and subscribe, and follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. I'm also a member of the Retro Junkies Network. At this time, I'd like to thank fellow YouTuber and Retro Junkies Network member Willie from Arcade USA for sending a Supercharger to the show. Thank you, Willie. I'd also like to thank all of my extraordinary Patreon supporters, including James Campbell. Thank you very much, James. If you'd like to support the show and gain access to exclusive content, you could do so by signing up at patreon.com/nosweargamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and look both ways before crossing a busy highway, and if you're a frog, make sure you learn how to swim.